Second Lifers, how we doing today? I hope we're doing good, because I am going to be talking about my trip to Colorado while I'm just failing at parkour in the background. So, it started off as most trips do, with a long cart ride. With your family, of course, right? Yeah. And so on the way there, we stopped, like, 3 times, I think it was. Yeah, 3 times. And the one that I remember was at an Italian restaurant, and it was really good. It's really good. And, all I gotta say, good job. And so, when we got there, we stayed at an Airbnb. But before I talk about that, I'm gonna continue talking about the road. So, the mountains. We all know that's why everyone goes to Colorado, right? The Rocky Mountains. Of course, when you think about the Rockies, what do you think of? Colorado! That's what I thought, yeah. And anyways, so, when we were going, my dad said, hey, be careful, the mountains are going to be coming up in the next hour or two. And I'm like, oh great, so I can look down at my phone for the next half hour. And so I did. And I looked up, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there, folks. Like, I thought the mountains were gonna be taller by then. But no, they weren't. They weren't. So, that happened. But after another, half hour, it was a bit taller. So, that's great. And then we finally got there, and we realized that we forgot some stuff. Mainly some food, but that's fine, it was in our fridge still. So that's great. And so we had to go out to the grocery store and get some stuff, the local grocery store, and get some stuff. And that night, I think we just ordered pizza and relaxed. Oh yeah, right now is a good time to mention. I am working on a video right now. Pokemon. You gotta love it, right? And right now I'm doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sword, because that's the easiest game I have to Nuzlocke, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's the deal. I will get that out to you soon, hopefully. Okay? Okay, cool. So, and my mom bought the Switch, a good week before the trip, but she didn't tell my dad about it. And my dad, when he found out about it, we were there, at Colorado already, at the place we were staying at. And we got it out, and he was like, whoa, when did we get that? We're like, Mom answered that, and all that good stuff. And, they had an Xbox 360 too, so, and it had Minecraft, so, we created a new profile called Player One, or Guest, whatever, for future people to play. Because the owners of I don't even know if the owners of the house even lived there, because we just had the whole house to ourselves. It also had a foosball table, that was really fun. Anyways, the second day, what did we do the second day? I don't really recall what we did the second day. I think we just, oh yeah, that's right, we went to a park in the mountains and all that good stuff, and that took up most of our day. We went to an Irish restaurant, and I had a brisket sandwich, and oh, it was so good. Wish I could go back there. My brother had the mac and cheese, and you know what? I had a couple bites of it. That was pretty good too. And you know what? I'm pretty sure everything there was good. So once that day ended, we went to bed. So the third day, my father and I went on a hike. It wasn't that hard. It was 3 miles, I think, which, to be fair, is the most I've gone in a long time, which isn't really the best, but I am working on it, don't worry. And we went to a keyhole. It wasn't, in the mountains. No, it was, just on a trail, but we went to a keyhole in the cliff side or something, and we looked, and there was a hole. Of course there was a hole. It's a keyhole. What am I thinking? And sorry, there was a town. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. And you know what? It really surprised me the amount of Teslas we saw. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, and then after that hike, what did we do all day? Oh yeah, we went to like a walk around store. We went to a Columbia, the clothing brand, whatever it's called. Yeah, we went to that. That was pretty boring. And then we went over to an ice cream thing. And that was fun. Let me tell you, it was fun and tasty. Like there was a chocolate. I had a chocolate chip cookie dough milkshake. Chocolate chip cookie dough milkshake. Best milkshake I've ever had. You know, in fact, I made a milkshake today. It was miles about the same as the one I got, but you know. And so after that, the main attraction of the day, it was like a trampoline. No, not a yeah, basically so it was an arcade. It had go-karts, trampolines, all that good stuff, you know? And, you know, it was pretty fun. My family went on the go-karts. That was fun. I won, obviously. And the trampolines. Oh yeah, there was dodgeball. There were 3 kids, and they were lining up for a 2v1. And I hopped in. I'm saying, hey, how about a 3v1? You 3 versus me. And they were ecstatic about it. There was one thing that I didn't know, though. Those kids had absolute cannons for arms. They were chucking those dodgeballs at me like 50 miles an hour. I don't know how fast it was, but it was pretty fast. But, you know, the first game I was going easy on them. I didn't know their strength, so I went out easy on them. And they knocked me out pretty fast. So the second game I started trying, and, you know, I got 2 of them out, but the last kid he constantly had 2 dodgeballs in his hand. So that was not that good. And finally, the last game. I actually won that game, and then they had to leave. Which, I mean, yeah, obviously. And then after that, my head started to hurt bad. Oh yeah, there was also a VR there. It wasn't that impressive. I've had a better VR experience. But also, my head started hurting really badly, so the rest of the experience that night wasn't that great, but I still did like it. So, the next thing we went to was a hibachi restaurant. If you don't know what that is, it is a restaurant where they cook in front of you. You should go there. It's like really amazing. Trust me. And, you know, my mom took a picture of my brother there, and the cook, a photobomb saying hibachis. I don't know why I put that in, but I thought it was funny. Anyways, he made a joke with egg rolls. He just rolled eggs. Like, the eggs still in the shell. Egg rolls, yes. He was making fried rice for that. And I had steak, and oh my god, it was really good. I ate all of it, by the way. It was mwah. Also, there was soup that they brought out before. That was pretty good. And I'm not a salad guy, but they did bring that out, so I gave it to my mom. And then the next day, we went to Denver, Colorado. You know, that place was good. It was pretty good, yeah. We went to this documentary about blue whales. It was in 3D. It was at a museum. That was pretty fun. And, you know, but it was field trip season for Denver. You know, I was already out of school, but Denver kids weren't. So, you know, about 3 classrooms, I think they're called. 3 classes of kids came in, and they were freaking out about the 3D experience. Like, no way. Yeah, that was pretty fun to deal with. Anyways, moving on. Next. Oh yeah, we explored the museum for a bit after that. We walked through the evolution of the Earth, and then we looked at the sun through telescopes. That was pretty fun. And after that, we went to a restaurant. So if you have ever seen Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, I don't know if you have, but you know, it's pretty good. It's a good show. The guy, basically what the show is that this guy goes to restaurants that are really, really good, and has them cook for him and stuff like that. So we went to a restaurant. I can't for the life of me remember what the name of it is. So, but we did eat there, so that's fun. And you know, it was pretty good. I had steak and eggs, hash browns, toast. It was pretty good. The steak wasn't as good as the hibachi I had the night before, but it was still pretty good. And you know, I was full. And then right after that, we went to the Museum of Illusions. Basically, illusions. Of museum illusions, yeah. And there was this walkway with a bridge where there was these things constantly spinning in a circle that threw you off balance. My mom had a tough time with that one. And that was pretty fun. And then we went back home and relaxed for the night. I think we ordered Wingstop that night. Yeah, we did. And then the last day, we went to the park again. Now, let me tell you, it was in the middle of the mountains. It was a 30-minute drive with no reception the whole way there. I know what you guys are thinking. No reception. Felix, how did you survive for half an hour without reception? I will tell you. You see, there's this thing called downloading music to your phone and looking at the scenery. The scenery was amazing. So, yeah. But we didn't go to the same restaurant, so that's kind of sad. Where did we eat that day? I can't remember where we ate that day, but, you know, we ate somewhere. Let's see here. Ah, yes. So we were gonna go to the Great Divide, Continental Divide, that's what it's called. But the road there was closed because, you know, snow and all that stuff. Yep. Yeah, snow. But we did go up there a bit, and we went on some trails, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, I was in a t-shirt the whole time. T-shirt, jacket, t-shirt, short jacket. You know, that stuff. And let me tell you, it was kind of cold. My head was hurting from the altitude, because we were like 9,000, no, not 9,000? Might have been 9,000 feet in the air, but I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. So, yeah, and let me tell you, we played a lot of Mario Kart during that trip. Let me tell you, trust me, I won every single time, by the way. And that basically, oh yeah, I also drove on the interstate for like 2 hours on the way back, and I made my own entrance to an Arby's. Yep, yeah, I'll have to tell you about that later. Anyways, peace out. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life. If you don't see my videos again, you know. And, you know, as always, enjoy your second chance at life. Peace out.